So if, like me, you were curious when you heard the words Cheng dead shrimp powder or dead shrimp powder or shrimp's affair setup powder, and you'd heard all the hype about cycling and starting tanks with it, this is the powder we're talking about. We do have it in stock. If you're interested in following along with me as I set up a tank using this and moving my galaxies across, then follow along as we go through a start to finish cycle with this product. Newly reset tank. There's a lot of noise in the background, but I just wanted to sort of document this. So this is day one. I'm using SL Aqua more nature black soil, and I've put in 8 spoons of Cheng dead shrimp powder. So those are the white pockets that you can see, and we want to sort of test and try this out. Now that soil doesn't leach ammonia, so theoretically you get a bit of algae in there, dose it with some bacters as normal, I should be okay in a few weeks. But we're only putting in this Cheng dead shrimp powder, and we're going to cycle the tank using that. So day one of an update, and we'll sort of do daily vids on this and compare. I'm hoping to see loads of biofilm grow on this, and keep you posted. Day 2, tank's a bit cloudy. Everything still looks the same. I don't see any growth of biofilm yet, but we'll keep recording and see how we get on. Day 3, all nice and clear. So let's have a look at the clumps on the floor, see if they're growing any biofilms. We can't see any yet. So this is can't remember if this is day 3 or day 4, but so when did we do this? Sunday was day 1. Tuesday, yeah, so this is day 4, and already if I zoom in, I don't know if this will pick up, already if I zoom in you can see there's biofilm starting to form on that, like quite heavy biofilm as well. Not so much on these, but I'm sure it's just the angle. I mean, there is biofilm on them. You can see that forming on the edges and above that. So yeah, quite impressed with that. So I do have this, well, I will have this in stock. It's due to arrive today. It's packaged as it. I believe it's, I might be wrong, but I believe it's Cheng dead shrimp powder, but it's the same stuff that I think it's the same stuff you can get on eBay, and I think on eBay somebody's selling it for like 50 odd quid. But I'll, as all of you know, I'm not in this to make a fortune. I'm in it to make the hobby better and make a bit of money, you know, just to keep the business and the hobby going. But I'm quite impressed with that, and I say I've got a few bags of this coming in stock today. So what are we? We're Wednesday the 15th, I think, 15th of May, or it might, let me see if I can find out on my watch. Does it tell me? 16th. So it's the 16th of May 2024 today, and I am due a delivery of this in today. So by the time this video goes out, hopefully you guys will see it. And I say I have ordered some in, but not lots. So it's not cheap to get in, and I have to order it in small bits because of customs and stuff. So if you want one, grab one. You can use this as a feed as well, by the way. So because it creates biofilm, it's sort of ideal to add into the tank. But as with all things like this, you know, used in moderation with existing setups, because bacteria can have a negative impact on oxygen levels. So if you are going to use it and you dose this quite heavy, make sure you increase the oxygen levels in the tank. Day 5 on this tank then. So as you can see, the biofilm is sort of continuing to grow. I didn't notice this back one, but this little patch at the back, and apologies for the quality, the zoom on this isn't great, but look at the amount of biofilm on that bit of powder, and obviously this is continuing to grow. It's a pity I didn't have, you can see that biofilm, look. So I was going to say it's a pity I didn't have low iron glass on these tanks because you get a better picture. But day 5 anyway. Back on this then, so day 4, slight change. So what I have noticed, I don't know how good this will zoom, is the little pile on the back is now completely covered in biofilm, absolutely heaving with it. This is day 5 I believe, so the front ones are sort of similar, stay pretty much the same, but that back one, wow. Day 7 then, so gradual growth. The back, that back piece has got some massive amounts of biofilm on, but they're all growing well. Even these little bits are biofilming up. Day 7. I didn't plan on doing a day 8. I was going to do like every few days, but what I did notice, I saw a few bouncing around. Copepods. See that one in the centre of the screen? Let me see if we can zoom in on it. There he's gone. Now I'm not sure, there's one over there. I'm not sure if these are, I'm pretty sure I washed and dried out the sponges. So anything in the sponges would have been, I really scrubbed them like, you know, tap water scrub type thing. But I did notice quite not loads, but out the corner of my eye I saw a few things sort of hopping around. So I'd planned on, I'm going to run this for 3 weeks. I'd planned on sort of doing, you know, 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, 25 days. Or 21, you know, 21 days, 3 weeks I was going to run it. But before I started adding stuff, but I saw I'd seen images bits, not soon, but I'd seen copepods anyway, and which is amazing after 8 days. I've given this a bit of a stir, but you can quite clearly see that there's good algae growth on this, and I have dosed again, so the little white spots are where I put some more of the Cheng, the Shrimps Affair setup powder in. I'm probably going to add shrimp to this today. So today's the day we're going to move some of the galaxies over to this top tank. I've just done some tests on it. I've noticed that there are slightly high TDS but no ammonia, no nitrite, and a tiny bit of nitrate. So what I'm going to do, I normally do a 99% water change, but I think I'm just going to do a 50% water change on this. Give the glass a bit of a clean, suck up a little bit of that fuzz cotton algae, kill those few snails, so that obviously that sponge I mentioned before must have contained some stuff because we've got snails in here again, but it's just part of the ecosystem. So let's give this a clean and then we'll start moving some stuff across. We've took off approximately half. I've moved the breeder box off for now, and I've moved the thermometer over to the sort of hidden on the left hand side. Took about 50% or just over 50% of the water out, and as you can see from the back, I'm topping this up using the auto top up system, so it's connected to my bin, and while we're doing that then we'll get catching some shrimp. I'm not going to move all the shrimp at once. I think I'm more likely to sort of move about a quarter or a third, let them settle in, then move another quarter or third just to be on the safe side. So we've selected around 30, I think I counted 30, and what I've gone for, they're not all that way, but what I've gone for is sort of what I'd consider lower grade or stuff that I'd move out into the coal tank. I probably took about a third, half to a third out of there, probably a third, and what we'll do now is we'll get these drip acclimated to that new tank and move those in. Those of you that watch the channel already know my drip method's dead simple. I literally use an airline and an air stone, a heavy air stone, and then drip down into a tap, down onto the bucket. I'm quite fast dripping these. So that's the first batch moved in. I'm not going to bore you with moving the rest of them in. I may do a bit of footage at the end of it when they're all moved across, and then we can get on to doing some selection. But if you've enjoyed this video with the Cheng dead shrimp powder, which is marketed as Shrimps Affair setup powder, and we stock that, it's clearly created algae in that tank for me. It's clearly created biofilm in that tank for me. I've been filming this over 3 weeks. Now this is a non-leaching soil, so I've used SL Aquamore black soil, which isn't a leaching soil anyway. So it was just a case of getting the bacteria built up in there for me. I've yet to try it on a soil that does leach ammonia, but if I do, I'll share the results with you guys. But with all that being said, if you've enjoyed this video, or any of our videos for that matter, please subscribe, hit the like button, leave us a comment, because all that helps us to grow. I'll put a bit of footage at the end, and until next time, take care guys.